Hi, I'm Vlad. I'm a backend engineer on the release team here at GitLab. And most of the time I'm working on GitLab Pages recently. And I just wanted to make a quick video, maybe series of videos explaining how to set up a dev environment for GitLab Pages, how everything works internally. So this will be a short video just explaining how to set up a dev environment inside the GDK. I'll share my screen now. Yeah, you should see the Zoom window. So I have a GDK set up already, and this is a Pages project, but I will redo a lot of stuff there. So if you, I will assume that you're completely new to GitLab development and know nothing about GitLab or GitLab Pages. So first thing you need to do is just to Google for GitLab Development Kit. You'll end up on this page. And then you just need to go to the installation. And I use this one-line installation. I should mention that let's do it this way. I should mention that I use Mac hardware. So as many people here, and it's probably easier on Mac hardware to set up GitLab Development Kit. But if you don't use this, or if you have any problems with installing GitLab Development Kit, you can use this page. So I just use this one-liner. I needed to repeat it a few times, but I guess in about 40 minutes or 1 hour, I got it working without much changes to my development environment. But I could have some stuff pre-installed, so you may have more problems than I did. So in the end, you just end up on this page. I should log out. And yeah, let's go to the console. So if you just type GDK help, you'll see the default name and password. I've already changed that. You will be prompted to change it once you've used it. Yeah. So it will be root, your password, sign in. I'm not sure where I will be logged in. By default, you will be logged into this page. And you see that I have if you are familiar with GDK, you'll see that this URL is a bit different. By default, it will be just localhost and port 3000. And I have a special IP and different port. Different port is just because I have my 3000 port already in use, and I have it forwarded to my dev server. So it was easier to just modify this port. And I needed a different IP just to use my GitLab Runner in the Docker mode, because you can't use it with a localhost because it will try to connect from the Docker to localhost, and localhost in Docker will be not what you want it to be, which is GitLab installation. In Docker, it will be obviously a container itself. So yeah, let's start with the GDK YAML file. So if you're completely new to the GDK, this is where everything is controlled from. And I highly suggest you to modify only this one file. Don't modify any other config file on your GitLab Development Kit, just because every time you run GDK update or GDK reconfigure, it will overwrite all other config files. So just if you need to modify anything, modify it here. So this part on top is just because I have a separate GDK installation. I wanted to make this one from scratch. So I needed to override these ports. If you don't have any GDK installation, just ignore this. You don't need this. So then, first thing you'll need to actually build Pages websites, you'll need a GitLab Runner. And to make it work with more complex stuff like Jekyll or anything, you'll need a how to call it? You'll need a Docker object. Sorry. Basically, you just need to use Docker, and Docker Runner will not work with localhost as I explained before. So we need this host name. I just let me show the second page. If you're not familiar with how our doc is structured, inside the GitLab Development Kit, there is a folder called doc, and inside there is a folder called how to. And there is a bunch of articles for special subjects. We are only interested in Runner right now. There is one for Pages here. It's maybe not updated very often, but it can be useful for you. But yeah, right now we are only interested in Runner. I actually have it opened already, but yeah, this page is super useful. It will guide you through how to install Runner and how to make it work. And there is a Docker installation here. This is what you need for Pages. It is possible to make it, and my simple example will actually work with shell executor as it's suggested above. But yeah, you probably will just need Docker installation anyway. So let's start with it. Yeah, and there is it will guide you through how to create a loopback interface. In my case, it's already there. So if I type just in my console if config, you'll see that I already have somewhere here. I have a special address. Yeah, kind of hard to find. Let's make it a bit different. Config less 0.2. Yeah, I already have it set up. On loopback, so yeah, I just added another IP address to my loopback interface. It's basically just another alias for localhost, but it's a different IP. Yeah, and it will be understood from the Docker installation. So, and yeah, as a prerequisite, obviously, you need to install Docker on your machine. So I just copy it from here, paste it here, and then as I typed above, I just need to run reconfigure, restart, and tail. Let's go through some other config options here. So for GitLab Pages, you just basically need to enable it because by default it's disabled. And then I also turned off after update, just because if you will be developing GitLab Pages, you probably don't want every GDK update to override everything, but this is optional. You may disable this. Yeah, and for Runner, yeah, again, we just need to enable it. And then I just use Docker installation mode. So yeah, that's basically all I need to do. You can't just take token from nowhere. I'll explain how to get it a bit later. And you can also follow the docs above, but I'll show this. So we do GDK reconfigure, GDK restart. I'll just type it even before reconfigure finished. It will take some time from here. Yeah, you can, if you're just watching the video, you can probably scroll a few times. I won't be cutting this into parts. So while I'm waiting, you can scroll the video. Okay, so now as you see, reconfiguration is finished and we are restarting GitLab. It will take about 2 minutes to actually get the web service running. So yeah, but yeah, okay, we have everything restarted. You can see that we have a URL we can follow, but yeah, I already have it opened. But yeah, actually, let's just do this. Let's copy it from here. Yeah, now we see in this page because GitLab Workhorse is already running. Workhorse is just a simple proxy server written in Go. So it's booting up much quicker than the GitLab server, which is Rails. You don't need to do anything. As it mentions, it will reload this page every 5 seconds until Rails is ready. Yeah, I can probably go to the docs while we are waiting. What is here? This is a runner page. And we actually only need, yeah, I copied this already as you saw to the GDK YML file. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, GDK YML file is located inside, yeah, I just realized that I should have mentioned this before. So once you run GDK, you'll have a directory called GitLab Development Kit. Yeah, in my case, I just started in TMP directory. And inside this file, you have GDK YML and GDK example YML. Example YML will contain all the options you can use with GDK YML. Yeah, definitely should have started with this, but anyway. Now we have this runner. We need to actually register it for it to work. Yeah, let's log into our server. Yeah, I need to reload this a couple times. I mean, not couple, but let's just go here. Root. And if you guessing is my password, if my password is 12349 and so on, then you're right. Okay, we logged in. So to register runner, you need to go to this menu, to admin panel. You can also register runner for a single project, but it will make it much easier if you just register it as a system runner for the whole GDK installation. So go to runners. I'll delete the existing runner. I was just trying to do this before recording the video, but I'll show it how it's done from scratch. Okay. So on this page, there is a command line somewhere which registers runners. You just need to find it. Okay, it's not this, so register. Oh yeah, it's just below. No, it isn't. Anyway, it is somewhere here. Yeah, So we just need this command line. And as you see, I'm doing this in GitLab Development Kit directory. There are a lot of stuff here, but also one of the things we need is this GitLab Runner config toml file. So I'll just cut it for you to see. GitLab Runner config toml. Yeah, as you see, everything is already set up here, but there is a token which is which isn't registered. So what we then do now is just register runner. We'll use the same file as a config file. Run untagged just means that it can run any job on the GitLab server. It will ask you for the URL. So I'll just copy it from here. GitLab CI token. So you can take it from here, just copy, paste it here. Just keep names, keep tags. Don't enter anything or you will not be able to run jobs. Here I use Docker. You can use anything, but it's easier to just copy that. And now if we cut this file again, you see that we have actually 2 runners registered. And probably this one will work, but every time you reconfigure your instance, it will be gone. So we go here, we uncomment this line. It won't be there. This file will be empty for you, but as I mentioned, you can just go to GDK example, copy some structure, like some parameters you need. Yeah, and there is a token somewhere here. Yeah, as you see, this is the default token which is used. So you can copy it here, and you can copy the token from this installation to here. And then we just need to reconfigure our GDK once again. I'm not sure if reconfigure actually does restart, so I'll type it every time, but maybe it actually does restart. So yeah, now we are waiting again, and you can scroll the video for a minute again while I mute myself. Am I even recording? Yeah, I am. Zoom just complaining that I'm not recording myself. Okay, so I'm recording and we are restarting. GDK right now. Cool. Now we need to refresh this page. It will ask us for the password once again, because I forgot to press the remember me button. And GDK just asks you for the password every time you rerun it, restart it. Okay, now you see it's been it's loading. And Rails just takes some time to actually start the first request. I mean, to load all the code into memory. Okay, so we're logging in once again. Okay, and you see that we have a runner which was active 40 seconds ago. Yeah, and now we should have a working runner. So let's just go to the main page and create a new project. So just press the button New Project. Create from template. There are a number of pages projects here. Gatsby, Hugo, Jekyll. I totally recommend using just plain HTML. Just because pipeline for those projects takes significant time to be processed. It's like a minute or two, while job for plain HTML, it's basically copy in single file. And it's much quicker to test pages. So I'm going to use this one. Let's name it pages project. I don't know. Important thing here is to make it public, because depending on the level, visibility level, project can be like, there is a feature called access control for pages, which is verifying that users have access to the project via OAuth workflow. And above, when I showed my GDK YML file, I did not do anything about the auth process. So it should be disabled, but in case it will be enabled, pages will just not work properly. So just make it project public. It will make your life easier. So let's create it. If you need to work with authentication, I guess you can find some information about this inside the how-to pages file. Yeah, there are some things here. But yeah, you need to know what you're doing and how this feature works inside. So right now we are seeing that import is in progress. It's basically a Sidekick job, which is running this. And I guess we already refreshed on page, so import is finished. Now, yeah. What we need to do next is to run the pipeline, because when you create a project, it's not run automatically at the moment. So let's go to CI/CD pipelines. Wait a bit again. And we need to run the pipeline. Yep. Okay, pipeline is created. And I hope when it will be loaded, job will be already running on the runner. Oh yeah, if you're interested what is happening and if you have any problems, just run GDK tail. It will show you all the logs, and if something is broken, most of the time, most of these problems will be here. So yeah, if something is wrong with the runner, you'll see it. If something is complaining that some port is in use or something, it also will be here. And it's just Control-C terminate to exit this. So yeah, we have a pages job running. It probably already completed. Yeah, succeeded. So we can go back, refresh the pipeline. Yeah, just canceled the page load, and that's why we're seeing this message. We see that we have two jobs. So the first one is what you saw. Actually, let me show you it, how it works. So now we're just viewing the main directory of the project. Yeah, I never visited this page in this GDK, so that's why I saw this Webpack compiling message. Now we also need to wait until the tree is loaded. Yeah, it all takes time. So in sub, we have this GitLab CI YML file. You can actually just Google GitLab Pages, and it will explain everything about this file. But yeah, now we're again waiting for the assets to be compiled. Okay, this is finished. Now we just need to wait for the file to be loaded. Okay, it's a super simple file. So this is why you need Docker image, because yeah, I mean Docker Runner, because the default template already assumes that you have a Docker Runner. So there is a single job here, stage deployed. Doesn't matter that it's called this way. You can even skip this script, nothing to do, because actually, I'm not sure if I will be easy. Yeah, actually, I should show this probably. So inside this project, we just have a public directory, and inside it, we have index.html and style CSS files. So the way Pages works is just GitLab Pages works is that you can run any job, CI job, which is called Pages and which has artifacts exported inside the directory called public. So we already have it here. So we don't need to do anything. It's just being loaded with git clone. So what Runner will do is it will just send this public directory as a zip file to GitLab as an artifacts file. You can actually see it here if you click the pages job. Yeah, you can see the job artifacts. You can download them. Yeah, you see that artifacts file is downloaded. Is being downloaded anyway, and inside it will be just these files right here, index and style CSS. Nothing fancy inside it. So yeah, and you can build any site this way. So job is succeeded. If we go back to the pipeline page, you'll see another job here, which is pages deploy. It's actually kind of a fake job. It's not executed on the runner. It's just a sidekick worker which executes this job. And it just copies this zip archive I just shown you to a special place, and then pages daemon can take it from there. I probably will explain this later, and probably it will be another video showing how all this works internally. But yeah, anyway, let's continue with our example. Actually, everything is ready. We can now just see how everything works. We go here, we have this URL. Open this in the next tab, and yeah, here is the final example. We see the Pages website here. Everything works out of the box. Yeah, now I will just show you how to make a simple change to the Pages daemon, actually. So first thing first is that we have this GitLab Development Kit directory. There are a bunch of stuff in here. And there is a directory called GitLab Pages. If we just go there, GitLab Pages. So first of all, this is a reference. Yeah, I can just show this. So if you go above, there is inside GitLab directory, there is a file called GitLab Pages version 150.10. This is a tag inside GitLab repository, GitLab Pages repository. So this GitLab Pages, this commit hash just corresponds to this tag. So if we show git show v and this Pages version, you see this. There should be yeah, this is a commit hash we just saw. Yeah, so first things first, let's just check out master, pull it from the origin. You probably want to create a special branch, add a remote. By default, remote will be HTTPS. If you're a GitLab team member, you probably want to switch this to SSH remote. If you're a community contributor, you probably want to add another remote for your fork of GitLab Pages. But yeah, for now, I just assume that you know that. And you want to change something inside the GitLab Pages daemon and actually see the result of it running. So I'm gonna use my editor, which will be a Golang in this example. Now. I'm just opening it on another screen, so that's why you don't see anything. So yeah, here's my Golang. Let's open the directory. In my case, it's TMP, GitLab Development Kit, GitLab Pages. Yeah, it's again opening on another screen. I will transfer it back here. Okay, I'm just want to check. Yeah, I hope I'm sharing the right screen. Oh, I'll need to re-record this and it will be painful. Anyway, let's go to this Golang. So I don't know what to change this easily in this daemon to show this, but we have a main Go file, and let's just show, let's just change what is printed when you run the GitLab Pages server. So yeah, we have app main function. I believe it's somewhere. Yeah, it is here. We validate arguments, fail to load config. There is a log config function. Let's just go into this. Go to what is wrong with. Yeah, I guess it's indexing the file, but yeah, let's just find it. Log config. Yeah, here we are. Oh, it's actually a different function, but whatever. No, it is the right function. Anyway, so here we can add something. I don't know. Yeah, we have this message. So let's just make it visible. I don't know. Starting pages. So how to actually see the results? First of all, you need to go to this directory, then just run go build. It will download all the Go modules, build everything, and you end up with a file called GitLab Pages. It will be binary file located in this very directory. So yeah, here it is. You can actually just run the binary, but GDK already does this for you. Let's just run tests before we do this. So this is how I usually just run tests. And you can use a shortcut like go build and go test. This just means every directory inside this. So it will run tests for every package inside GitLab Pages. Yeah, it's building a bunch of stuff again, but yeah, now we see that everything is working. Most of the time when you will be working on GitLab Pages, I suggest you to just run write tests and run this. It will make it much easier than to test than testing anything in the browser. Okay, so all tests are passing now. Let's copy this and run GDK tail GitLab Pages. So we see only what pages is printing here. And inside our directory, I have a Zoom window breaking everything for me. So yeah, we have a tail here and we have a build directory here. So what you do is just type GDK restart GitLab Pages. And we see in here what is happening. So now the process is being terminated. Oh, you don't see anything in here. I wonder how we can see the results. Actually, let's do this. Let's just grep for GitLab Pages. Okay, there is a config file. By the way, if you're interested how all this works inside, yeah, there is a config file describing how pages should be configured, I guess. Cut GitLab Pages conf. Oh, it's actually in this directory, so. Yeah, actually, I don't know where log verbose falls, but whatever you should see. But anyway, just to make the case, GitLab Pages. Yeah, it doesn't print much, I guess. Yeah, so it's kind of a failed example, but here you should actually see the. Yeah, I don't know. Here you should actually see that Pages done something. Let's actually make it do something. So we go back to our editor, go here, add verbose true, save, GDK reconfigure, GDK restart GitLab Pages. Reconfigure will take time again. But at least I hope we'll see that we actually did some changes to the GitLab Pages daemon. Yeah, anyway, so you can just work from this directory inside your GDK push branches and develop here completely conveniently. You don't need to use Go, Path, or anything like that today. And yeah, test all the changes here, test them right inside the GDK. Just don't forget to make, when you test something, just run the go build and GDK restart GitLab Pages. It will use this binary I shown you. Yeah, and you can easily test this. This way you can easily test all the modifications you do to GitLab Pages daemon. And then just create a merge request. It will run the pipeline for you. If you want to do, you can also run tests locally. You can run linters locally, but this is all kind of advanced. So yeah, I'll try to make another video explaining how all this works internally inside the Rails application and inside GitLab Pages application. But I would actually do it here, but I have a meeting in 3 minutes, so I probably end here without this example being finished. But yeah, thanks for watching.